Welcome back, YouTube subscribers and fellow Lamborghini aficionados. Hoping this is going to be a quick one-part Lamborghini fix video. I say that because the other night we took the CheddarWedge out to dinner, had a couple good pulls on the freeway, parked, ate, got back in, and it refused to go back into gear. So it was displaying all of the low eGear fluid symptoms. Try to put it into like drive or into one, and it would just immediately drop into neutral and flash the reverse light. Same thing, try to put it into reverse, it would beep once, drop back into neutral, flash the reverse. So I kind of did the reset, and then also tried to do the limp mode first gear thing. You just hold the paddle in and wait for it to flash, or at least jump into one, and then all of the numbers kind of blink on and off 3 or 4 times, and then it'll get you into first gear. You just can't really go that fast, or if you get the RPMs up too high, it won't shift into second, third, fourth. It'll just, you know, basically kind of limp mode. So I went online. There wasn't much on the forums, a lot of information, but no specific video detail. So I did kind of trace down the first step, and that is to replace the eGear relay. And this is the newer one that Yuri is selling from the F1 forums. This cross references to Siemens and also BMW ABS sensor, so pretty much exactly the same, just better contacts. So 5-pin, again, pretty much the same, 30, 86, 85, 87, 87A. So I'm gonna do this first, and if this does not fix it, then I'm going to replace the eGear pump motor, again from Yuri online. I'll put a link in the description on his eBay site. Those are typically around 1,000 to 1,600 if you go the dealership route, but his are actually a little better, and they're about 350. And according to what I read online, it looks like it's a pretty simple fix. Pull the rear passenger wheel, pull the liner, motor's right there, basically kind of 3 screws. Pull the old one out, put the new one in, and you know, you don't have to mess with the hydraulic fluid or anything, the hoses. It's just swapping out the motor. So if you do that, it's a good idea to replace this relay anyway. And even reading online, people are replacing these relays like in all of the fuse boxes anyhow, like every 12 months, or with these new ones, every 3 to 5 years. So I'm at like 20,000 miles. I'm sure mine have never been done. So again, if I swap out the motor, I would be replacing this relay anyway. So you know, first things first, and we'll see how it goes, because I really want to make it to Expressos and Exotics tomorrow. So I got a little jockeying around to do on the cars. Got to move this thing, move the vet, and then we'll get to the CheddarWedge. We'll get that passenger liner lifted up, get this thing swapped out, and kind of go from there. So some more ramblings for the vlog here. You know, I always keep this on a genuine Lamborghini battery tender, so I'm not concerned about the voltage or if the battery's charged or not charged. You know, the lights are all fine. I've never gotten a low battery warning when I've started the car. So, you know, kind of ruling that out. And I also had this fully charged, and it was on, you know, basically the same spot in the green when I opened the door, and the eGear did not prime. So the car's now been parked for a day and a half, and I mean, this is going to be kind of the test, I guess, is usually once you open this door, that will prime, and it'll last anywhere from typically for me about 3 to 4 seconds. It primes pretty quick. However, when I limped it home the other day, got it in the garage, closed the door, opened it again, it did not prime. I let it sit for a little while, and it didn't prime either. And then, like, I closed the door to give up, opened the door to hook up the battery tender, and it primed. So again, either the motor is going bad, or it's got a faulty contact, or it's actually has more signs of the relay. So again, either way, I'm going to change that out. So this is the test. let's open the door, see if it primes. So there's the prime, and like I said, it's, I don't know, not even 2 seconds. So either that's a bad sign or it's a good sign. So we're gonna cold start this, back it up, and then we'll get on the inside passenger, pull that back deck, change out the number 15 relay, and then go do a test drive, see if everything is back to functioning normally. Fingers crossed. All right, so for those that know or don't know, you just want to take this panel in the back. Usually it has these little tabs on both sides, and if you push it over one side or the other, it'll loosen up, and then it just lifts up and out of the way. So you've got your I think that's the ECU, or basically the body control module, and then you've got your standard fuse blocks, and you've got your other BCM basically on the other side as well. Fuel pump and some other stuff is down in this area as well. This is the box that we're actually looking for, and we're going to go for number 15. That's the relay, and looking at the color of these, they're all black, so I am going to gather that these are all the original factory relays. So we'll get that that one changed out. I'll actually pull this panel so you can see what the diagram looks like.
One eternity later.
So I thought those were located back here where the body control modules are, and this is actually fuse box 1, and fuse box 2 on the US models is supposed to be behind this panel on the passenger side. And I've even seen photos and some tech docs online, and if you go back here though, there's nothing there. So it's supposed to be a 90-degree bracket. Those two empty spots on the sound deadening are the actual side body, and that's where the two standoffs normally are, and there's a 90-degree L bracket, and fuses 15, 16, 17, and a couple, I think 15 and 10 amp are on that small little fuse blocks too. So I've also checked this side, just in case there was some misunderstanding about left-hand drive, right-hand drive, and it's actually supposed to be on that side, but it is not. So I have not pulled the tire or the inner fender well to look any further, and before anybody else comments, no, they are not under there either. So it's fuse box 2 for a 2008 Lamborghini Gallardo, aka 2007 Superleggera, because basically the same car. If you guys know where that is located and where the 3 relays are, I would sure appreciate it. Thanks.